Well, in a turn of events, the Houston police have now arrested Pamela Ann Merritt, who's 43, in connection to the death of her landlord, Colin Kerdachi. The body of the landlord was found almost 2 years ago, concealed under a staircase on his property. So how did this all come about? Well, let's go back in time to February 15th of 2021, shall we? Kerdachi is believed to have been fatally stabbed. Now, believed to be stabbed by Merritt. Merely 5 days later, on February 20th, the landlord was reported missing. His absence was particularly noted amidst a devastating winter storm that plunged into Houston into widespread power outages. Only a few days later, on February 23rd, a separate incident brought the Houston police to Kerdachi's Clay Street residence. A resident of the house alleged that Merritt had broken in and would not leave. It was during this intervention that the resident questioned Merritt about Kerdachi's whereabouts. Her chilling reply was that she had killed him. That's a nice answer. You're like, oh, he's at McDonald's. He's picking up lunch. I killed him. Following this startling confession, Merritt was immediately detained and sent for psychiatric evaluation. Interestingly, in October the same year, another resident came forward with a concerning discovery. After cleaning parts of the house, as per an agreement with Merritt and another resident, Michael Brown, she found what looked like large pools of blood and drops of blood on the third floor, especially in the bathroom area. According to the resident, Merritt shared a narrative in which Kerdachi had sustained a stab wound from falling on a sharp object and later died at a hospital. This version of events was, however, inconsistent with the crime scene. Fast forward to December 6, 2021, when the mysterious case took a darker turn. Houston police responded to a call from a resident at 605 West Clay Street. They arrived to find human remains in an advanced state of decomposition in the backyard. The remains were later positively identified as Kerdachi's by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Scientists. When you have to get the Institute of Forensic Scientists involved to identify, that's kind of scary. That there's that little that is left. The officer present during the discovery noted that the way the body was concealed seemed consistent with attempting to hide a body from detection. Furthermore, upon confronting Merritt and Brown about calling the police, the two reportedly started painting over things, suggesting an attempt to cover up evidence. A knife was also discovered inside a mailbox. In a perplexing twist, Merritt went on to make multiple claims. She told the police that she believed Kerdachi had faked his death to commit fraud and is probably alive in Africa. These people on something? Like, I hope somewhere in this story it's like, and drugs were involved.
Yeah,
she certainly
there need to be.
She looks like it when you look at the mugshot. She looks totally methed out or something. But this is getting weirder and weirder. It's almost like random statements. I feel like I'm reading a Mad Lib story. She also claimed that the blood found in the house was a result of rotten meat that she cleaned out of a refrigerator. Both Merritt and Brown staunchly denied any wrongdoing, arguing that the remains under the house belonged to a deceased dog, that they were subsequently released without charges at that point. What were you going to say?
Well, that's not even okay. I mean,
no.
Ew.
I got a bunch of meat up here in the corner in the closet. There's a dead dog down there. There's a knife in the mailbox. And I think the landlord went to go hide in Africa with Tupac. However,
well, and we're going to go to Sherwin-Williams and pick up some, eggshell white paint and start painting too.
Get a little of that Kills in there first. However, the medical examination unveiled a grim reality. The autopsy report revealed that Kerdachi had suffered fatal, sharp, and blunt force trauma to his torso. He had also sustained stab wounds to several areas, including scapula, head, neck, chest, and ribs. After extensive investigations, Houston police then arrested Pamela Ann Merritt on August 18th. Records from the Harris County Jail indicate she had been booked on charges of murder and theft. As it continues to unravel, Merritt is expected to appear in court in November. The circumstances surrounding Kerdachi's death remain obviously extremely disturbing, but shrouded in a lot of mystery based on all the stories that have been told when you try and square them up with the facts.
Ew. I'm just looking at the picture.
Of the mugshot of her?
Yeah. Pamela's been through some things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. It appears that, Pamela, that's why I said I wonder if drugs are involved, because kind of appears to be that way, and to be able to make statements like this. So there you go. The lesson is don't bury your landlord on the same property in pieces that your landlord owns if you're going to kill your landlord. But 2 years. I'm really kind of surprised it took full 2 years to make the arrest, especially early on when questioned about Kerdachi's whereabouts. The response was, "I killed him."
That's pretty blunt. I mean, it's kind of cut and dry right there. But there you go.
At the same point, though, if you don't have any evidence to prove it and you think this person might be on something, it might be like they're just out of their mind and they're saying things. I don't know.
Just whacked out.
Yeah, but I don't know. Very bizarre story. But 2 years later, hopefully the landlord will now get justice for their murder.
You're locked into the Hidden Killers podcast.
Want more? Start binging on all of our true crime podcasts right now through Apple Podcasts and get an ad-free experience when you sign up to be a True Crime Today Premium Plus member exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast dropping soon.
Press subscribe now.
This is the Hidden Killers podcast.
Want more? Start binging on all of our true crime podcasts right now through Apple Podcasts and get an ad-free experience when you sign up to be a True Crime Today Premium Plus member exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast dropping soon.
Press subscribe now.